Are you looking for the best hiking cameras? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best hiking cameras on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. PENTAX KF APS-C Digital SLR Camera. If your goal in choosing a camera for hiking is taking pleasing photos, then you'd struggle to go wrong with the Ricoh PENTAX KF. During testing, it was the only camera that consistently took photos that I was happier with than my control phone camera, the Pixel 7 Pro. With one hand, I could pick up the Ricoh PENTAX KF, hit the on switch, flick the dial, focus with the viewfinder, and hit a snap. If there's an animal you're trying to get a quick picture of before it leaps back into the woods, that's a game changer. Even though this was the heaviest of the 3 cameras I looked at, it was easily the one I enjoyed testing the most. And it has enough customization capabilities for amateur photographers, including 3 options on the dial that you can pre-program with specific settings and 2 buttons, FX1 and FX2, that you can use to save access to certain settings. One detail of the viewfinder that some users may find especially helpful is the focus slider, which means that some individuals who wear glasses may be able to use this camera without them. While the Ricoh PENTAX KF advertises itself as being dustproof and weather-resistant, as of the time of this article I was unable to determine what the IP rating on the camera was. Given that, I'd err on the side of caution putting it through its paces during a full-blow rainstorm. Some of my favorite photos in the test. Easiest menu to navigate. Pleasing hand feel and single-hand operation. Number 2. Sony ZV-1F Vlog Camera. The Sony ZV-1F is marketed as a camera for content creators and, as such, has a raft of settings and options for enhancing pictures and videos for people and faces. If much of your hiking photography tends to focus on people rather than landscapes, then this could be a great choice for ensuring all your subjects are happy with the finished product. During testing, however, the ZV-1F struggled to capture photos that matched the quality of a best-in-class smartphone camera. It should be noted that, unlike the other 2 cameras I tested, the ZV-1F does not come with specialized settings for outdoor or nature photography. During my test of wildlife shots, where I stood in one place and tried to capture some feisty hummingbirds racing around me, I struggled with the ZV-1F. The lack of a viewfinder made it difficult to quickly center my targets, which refused to stay in one place for longer than a couple of seconds, in frame. And for targets that were further away, the extremely limited zoom made it hard to pick the subject out against a high-contrast background when focusing. When shooting wider-shot landscapes, the Sony ZV-1F struggled to pick out the definition of Mount Rainier. While difficult to define on my testing day due to some low-hanging haze, the peak is quite large compared to its surroundings and should have stood out more. Lightweight. Relatively inexpensive. Number 3. OM System OM5 Mirrorless Camera. This one should go straight to the top of the list for all Type 2 adventurers. Not only is it surprisingly lightweight for a Micro Four Thirds camera, but it is also rated to IP53. The IP ratings look at how well something can resist both dust, the first number, and water, the second number. In this instance, the 5 means it is dust protected, although not dust proof, and the 3 means that it can handle water spraying against it, so a rainstorm would be okay, but don't try to use this as an underwater camera. The OM5 was reasonably easy to use, but I had some minor gripes about it. The first is that the on-off switch is on the left side. This means you can't simply pick up the camera with your right hand, flip it on, and snap a picture. This was somewhat irksome just on a casual hike, where my hands were otherwise free. If I was using a trekking pole or carrying a water bottle in one hand, it would mean stopping and adjusting every time I wanted a shot. But the biggest letdown was that the quality of photos fell short of what I was able to achieve with a smartphone camera during my test outing. In part, I struggled to get a feel for the quality of the image in the viewfinder. I would think I had captured a high-quality image only to discover later that it was out of focus. But it also struggled to find the right balance with the lighting and exposure whenever I wanted to snap a picture and go, and not overthink the settings. That makes this camera less appealing for an entry-level camera user looking to up the quality of their pictures. Experienced camera operators who know exactly how to dial in the ISO and aperture may be fine with this. I also found the menu for the OM5 frustrating, especially compared to the Ricoh PENTAX KF. You can customize this camera, including moving the on-off switch, but I could only figure about half of it out. Other settings on the OM5, however, were straightforward, including a handy button to automatically adjust the ISO. One final ding is that the camera recharges via a micro USB, rather than a USB-C. Number 4. DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. I used this action cam to film my mountain biking progression, and cool features my bike partner hit this season. At first I struggled to get the positioning right, but the hack is to mount the camera upside down and angle it upwards to get more trail and less downstem in your shots. This camera has a quick and easy to use interface with cool features like slow motion, hyperlapse, time-lapse, and subject tracking. My favorite thing about this camera is how easy it is to use. The battery lasts around 4 hours, and I never had to bother switching it out. The Osmo Action 5 Pro also comes with 47 GB of built-in storage. That means you don't have to fiddle with an SD card. That much internal storage should last you until your battery dies before you'd have to pull your footage off to keep shooting. You can pull this camera out of the box and start filming immediately. The plethora of accessories give you the option to film anything with crisp and stable video quality. Built-in storage. Longest battery life. Waterproof to 65 feet without the waterproof case, 196 feet with the case. Slow motion, time-lapse, and hyperlapse. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Number 5. DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo Gimbal Stabilizer. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo is an advanced, compact gimbal stabilizer designed for smooth video capture and portability. Here's a breakdown of the features and what comes with this bundle. This large sensor allows for better low-light performance and enhanced image quality, delivering sharper and more detailed footage. 4K/120 FPS video, record ultra-smooth video at high frame rates, up to 120 frames per second, perfect for slow-motion shots or capturing fast-moving subjects. 3-axis stabilization, the gimbal system keeps your shots steady, reducing shakiness even while you're on the move. Portable and compact design, the Osmo Pocket 3 is small enough to fit in your pocket, making it perfect for travel or casual use. Improved control, enhanced controls for adjusting exposure, focus, and other camera settings on the fly. 10-inch hard EVA case, protective carrying case to store and transport your Osmo Pocket 3 and accessories. 64 GB memory card, enough storage to capture high-quality video footage without worrying about running out of space. 2-year CPS Enhanced Protection Pack, provides additional peace of mind with extended coverage for accidental damage and repairs, beyond the standard warranty.